Beef, why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know
the pool house is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
I'm sorry, but don't you guys find it kind of creepy that a 40-year-old man
To me, it's funny. He's a YouTuber. He wears a Dr. Doom mask. He interviewed Tommy
in all of their videos because they're afraid to show their pale white face. I don't know. That seems a little suspicious to me.
Yeah. Let me get Max in here. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. I should never have allowed it to happen. I'm already regretting it. No,
especially some dude just wearing a mask all the time, screaming at the camera.
Mad Max is here. Never thought I'd see you in my chat. Great costume drawing. Thanks.
Rich, long time. Please take off your shirt and show us some saggy melon.
Yeah!
And please, with some Finnegan Fox enthusiasm,
Yes!
show us on the floor. Oh, God, I see what you did there. You son. I like saggy melon.
Oh, there you go.
But, like, it just...
Hard at work.
This
is hard at work.
Messed up now.
Where's your boss?
Saggy, hold on.
Go get your boss. Go get your boss.
At work.
I need your clout.
Chasing off of me, bro.
I need your clout. Oh wow.
I'm at work. You see, I'm working. I'm trying to
get ready. Get ready
for the live now. While I'm trying to get my job.
There's a reason for that. Get ready for the cancellation live in person.
Get ready for the cancellation. Yeah, you were about to get canceled. You already know.
Mom!
Yes, honey?
It happened again!
Did you have your mask on?
I always have my mask on.
Oh, I'm not on.
I already told you. I was watching your other stream. You're like, I hope someone shows up. Listen, I'm backing down. I don't have. I can't take the melons.
You don't want this. You don't want
this.
You don't want
I don't know.
You don't.
I know. You're stocking shelves? Oh wow, you're
smoke you do not want to mess with.
See, the accusations were false. Someone said you're doing a lot of texting network. And she's stalking.
Doing a text at work, damn right, because this is my job.
No,
I'm doing my job while we're talking. So
you know what the
multitasking.
You know what the reality is? She was texting watching YouTube, and then she's like, "I'm going live. I better stock shelves."
Guest Tommy Telleriso.
Telleriso. Oh my God!
All right. Restart the stream. Restart.
Nice chatting with you. I'll see you guys later.
Jeremy, I just reached 5K.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It really doesn't matter.
While you're here, if you'd like to consider memberships, it's only 99 cents.
Rip away, my friend. Rip away.
Because, man.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Hello?
Great.
What's
going on?
You're preparing. I heard. Oh my. Listen, I need to let loose tonight. I need to do just it's a small video. It's like a 4-minute video. Classic Jeremy reaction. I missed all the She-Hulk cringe the other day. Even Matt was in on it. RJ. There was so much good cringe. I have a video that I'm going to try to edit together, just so you guys know. Man, Brie was right. I don't care what a 40-year-old white man thinks about She-Hulk instead of Wrinkle of Time. I'm so sick of these cringy takes. David Zaslav. Yeah, we could talk about it. It's not just that. But, oh, man, I didn't really get to talk to you, Brian, too much about She-Hulk. I loved it.
I loved it as well. I didn't. There was nothing in this show that said to me that there was any agenda other than any other type of movie.
I mean,
if you see it and recognize it and don't let it bother you, isn't that kind of like the grown-up thing to do?
Yeah. The show is from a woman's perspective. I just think they can't handle projects from a different perspective. I think that's woke to them. Honestly, like if you have a different perspective, a different representation in a project told from the lens of that person that it identifies, it's very hard for them to adapt or relate. They even admit it. Like I was even like, even Andy Signor had cringe the other day. He's like, I guess I'm just a man. Yeah, you don't understand. You don't understand. It's really, really cringe. But now I don't even. This video came up so quick. Hey, Aaron, that I didn't. There's not even a thumbnail yet. It basically says She-Hulk episode 1. Men are bad, women are the bestest. MCU goes full Ghostbusters 2016. I'm like, wow, is that a reach? That's really trying hard.
Who
no
said
one
this?
No one thinks this is. I mean, come on, people are not thinking this is. He's really going to try hard in this one.
Well, they did a damn good job. They did a damn good job. You want to know why?
Who wrote that thumbnail?
Because you're talking about it, Max.
Yeah.
Who wrote that thumbnail? That just came on.
What?
Jeremy. Okay.
No, that's Max. But yeah,
I have to say, Gina Carano does look good as She-Hulk.
Yeah, but she can't act.
Well, Hulk smash.
Just a matter of opinion.
No, yeah, it is. But let's be honest. Tatiana Maslany is an award-winning actress and Gina Carano is not. And this, I'm not taking politics into this. It's just a fact.
Facts don't care about your feelings. Yes. But look, there's not even a thumbnail. I'm like, oh boy, I really wanted to see how this thumbnail is. Maybe I should refresh it to see. Let's get this part over with because we do have lots of movie topics and we have members mailbag. I need to let loose. Can you give us Smash for?
It's kind of hard to put into words.
Darn it! It's still not have the thumbnail. I need to see this thumb. He has 751 likes and no thumbnail yet. Wow.
You should try that, Max. Maybe it'll work next time.
No, it won't work for me. It won't work for me. I need to let loose. I had a shitty work week. I got in trouble. I'm okay with my job, but man, this sucks. Full work week. I need to relax. Hans, you could pop on if you'd like. Can you check Twitter for once?
He's on Twitter a lot, Hans. I see him a lot.
Let me bring it to Twitter. Let's see if we could talk about. Just a heads up too. I'm gonna try to do a Mario Kart stream with Rhea at like 2 p.m. tomorrow, and then Friday I'm thinking about doing a watch party for House of Dragons. If anyone wants to join me, we might have to do it.
I'm gonna watch the debut.
We might have to do it for members stream.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch the debut on Sunday anyway.
Is anyone interested? Brian, are you interested in House of Dragons? Or no? Did we lose Brian?
I don't know. Oh, let me see. Yeah, he's be right back. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna watch it Sunday when his first shows, of course. And I guess I'll watch the watch party with you guys.
The Junk Man, Geek, that gamer kid is my Yas queen. Yes. All right. Let's get this started here. What? Let's have fun. Don't sigh. This is great.
It is.
He's gonna try to. He's gonna try to.
I'm a little tired. That's all.
Equivalent to smash the like button. Come on, help me out. I need. I'm very fragile. I need to feel like I'm wanted, and the only way that you could do that is give me lots of likes. I need showered with likes. It's been a rough week. You know, can you relate? Work sometimes sucks. Real life. This is fun. This is fun. All right.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to put into words exactly how terrible She-Hulk episode 1 is. Now, we all expected it to be really bad, really cringy. We saw the terrible marketing. We saw
I honestly don't think he believes this one. I honestly don't think but just to get started.
He just plays character, man.
I don't think I think he's playing a character, right?
Yeah.
For this, because I don't think they believe this, unless they really can't stand women talking about women issues, like any women talking about real. But basically, he's a male. It's the what equivalent to a feminist for a male. I was looking up earlier what that's called. MRA, men's rights activists. He's an MRA. I mean,
isn't that the type of vaccine mRNA?
What's that?
Isn't that the vaccine like Moderna?
No vax.
Isn't that what it is though?
No, just the way they handle this is just like
well,
feminists.
I'm just gonna tell you,
when they were upset about the video game.
What did you expect? She-Hulk's always been a feminist character,
and she's been there since the 80s.
Yeah.
So, that dude, Vince, I apologize. I got to get that shirt situation. What happens is every time I try to log on the Cash App, it says, for security, give us your card info for a card that I used years ago that I don't have that credit card or debit card anymore. And I can't get in the Cash App. Chauvinism is the opposite of feminism. Okay.
Isn't that the cop that killed George Ford? Didn't they have the same last name? Chauvin or something?
Oh, no. Come on, Aaron. Derek Chauvin? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's the guy, right? That's the cop that got charged, right?
Don't bring all this stuff up. Okay.
I know. I know.
All right, here we go.
Awful CG. We saw them blame that on sexist men for calling out the CG.
Oh, we're still going on about
We've
this?
seen the virtue signaling. We've seen all of.
All right, who else popped in? Hey, Vince, how's it going?
Hey, Vince, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
You can take your frustration. You can take your frustration.
That camera's looking real good.
Oh, thank you.
Look sharp, man.
I got the Elgato face cam going on.
Oh, you got a webcam?
Did you like She-Hulk, Vince?
I fucking loved it. Me and my girlfriend absolutely loved it, especially that bonus credit scene.
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
Just let them see the effort fully. Just let people hear the effort fully, man.
It's Disney, man. I ain't gonna do that.
Oh, Junkman is saying that he doesn't think they even watched it.
Oh, they definitely watched it.
I don't know. Let's see if he has any other points here. And just recycle talking points, NPC talking.
That's all they have is recycle.
They're nonsense. And even still, with
is that a Geeks and Gamers sweatshirt he's on? He wears that a lot. I mean, I'm the one to talk because I wear the same hoodie, but
he's promoting his stuff. Why not?
Is that his shirt? Because he always wears this hoodie with the flag with the fish. I don't know.
All of that, after seeing the first episode, it is hard to comprehend just how bad it is. It takes the Ghostbusters 2016 model and it amps it up to another level of feminism and anti-male nonsense. This is on another level. The lack of self.
He doesn't get.
It's called crowd psychology.
They don't get She-Hulk. That's the thing.
No, he's trying so hard.
Aaron,
with
it's wrestling, dude.
I know it's a character. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wrestling, dude.
Yeah.
No, but he's. If this was true, this would land better. He's trying so hard with this particular video, Brian. Though he would love this.
I'm well aware of that.
Driving Hans. That's your name.
Driving Hans.
Yeah. I'm pulling a Jarbo. I'm gonna be driving home.
Yeah, you are driving.
So
Nice.
if the audio is bad, just boot me if like it's real bad or something. I don't care.
Okay. Did you watch She-Hulk?
I did.
Oh, we're getting echo.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I can fix it. I think.
Be careful. All right. Let's see if this
Self-awareness is truly insane, but that is where we are with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's a reason that Gary from Nerdrotic refers to it as the MCU, because that's exactly what it is. Now, going through this show, it is obvious from the beginning that it is an anti-male narrative. This is about telling you how terrible men are, how women are better than men at literally everything, including Jen being just a better version of Hulk than Bruce.
Now, I'm going to treat this as an actual criticism and not just there are scenes in this episode where Jennifer Walters does things better than Bruce. But I'll tell you what, just naturally what women, have to deal with all the things they have to deal with, including their biology of things they get monthly. Maybe I shouldn't even say this. They might know how to manage anger better. Is my interpretation that they're more equipped to handle this type of thing easier than I don't know. Is that a stupid thing to say, Brian? Hans, am I getting myself in trouble?
I agree.
Here?
I agree with you, Max. I think men, we're more with anger. We're more violent than women.
We're just short tempered and don't know how to deal with stuff. That's my interpretation.
That's what I think too.
I think that's why she can handle it.
What? Are you saying I don't know how to handle my anger on stream, Max?
Right.
I resent that. That is bullshit. Oh my god. No.
I mean, imagine if Jeremy had a time of the month.
Oh my god. That's it with every video, though.
I mean, that's I don't want to simplify to just that, but can you imagine of actually not being listened to or
you can see how
imagine
isn't like all of the month Jeremy's time of the month?
Yeah.
When it's talking about men, yeah.
No. Who is heel versus babyface?
I'm just saying, Jeremy seems to be PMSing all the time.
Oh yes.
What it is.
If people talking down to you when you're doing the same, listen. Even in 2022, sometimes if you're working in a place, someone that is a male counterpart does the same thing, may talk down to you.
Guys, I've worked with women in food for the better half of 20 years since I finished high school. Okay, I've seen them handle the most stressful situations with great aplomb, comparatively speaking to my overly passionate ass. Okay, so I'm just saying, like, what she was suggesting by how a woman can control her attitude, I've seen it in practice. Every once in a while, it can get a little over the top, but I've seen it. And yeah, just to be clear, I was watching the Snyder Cut, okay, guys? And Max snuck this on me at the last minute.
Oh,
you mother effer, dude. First off, because I just bought this, and I was like, nobody's doing anything tonight. I'm like, I bought the trilogy. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna watch a movie.
I was having fun. I was trying to.
And then I was watching it backstage, right, Max? And Max is like, I'm trying to come up with a topic, and like he doesn't tell me till right before we go live. He's like, I'm gonna talk about Jeremy.
Come on.
I'm like, you son of a bitch. Because every time it does this, I end up having to defend him because somebody on the panel takes it too far, and I just got to be like, all right, guys, this is ridiculous. Everybody calm down. They do this every time. We do this every time.
This is the other thing that fits the character. Arrogant lawyers.
Exactly.
My mother works.
There's a lot of arrogance, man.
Worked in a law office for the majority of her career. I know very arrogant lawyers, especially they're kind of chauvinistic as well. That think lawyers are like this to begin with. Think they're too cool for school. Think they know everything. But a male lawyer, oh my God! Not all of them, but they very can be, and think they could do better. And also with her being snarky, that can be a lawyer trait as well. That fits her character, to me, right? Like if she's fast with the quips and the comebacks, it's because of her job, right?
But she's always had comebacks. That's what she is.
She kind of has to think on her feet. It's
yeah,
like a lawyer's skill. No, I just think that once again, it's just insert current political topic or pop culture subject that'll piss people off. Hyperbolize on it for about 5 to 6 minutes. To where that idea is put out there into the world, make a few bucks off of it, and move on to the next one. I mean, come on, dude.
Well, he's hoping it does pop like Ghostbusters, because then he'll make a lot of money. But I just don't think it's going to work.
I don't think it really will, because I think a lot of that anger about a lot of this stuff is just kind of either gone by the wayside, or it's just gotten to the point where if you still believe in this crap, it's like You haven't grown up enough to move on from it, and you know, it's just, I don't know. It's a whole different thing.
All right. Well, let's get through this, have some fun, and then we'll move on to other topics, because there's a lot of topics tonight. Men are bad, women are the bestest.
We have the car crash, the nonsensical marketing ploy that they used, and that is one of the opening scenes. And in that scene, Bruce
Doctor
has to be
Strange
pulled out of the car
also-
by her. I don't know why he doesn't change to the Hulk when the car crash happens.
Because he's wearing what?
He was
because
wearing
he's
his thing.
wearing the device. That that device is actually. I thought that was well implemented because it stops his transformation. He can actually bleed and get hurt. So it's bad that he was doing this. Whereas if he's in trouble, otherwise he hulks out and it protects him. But I thought that was done very well. It's not like she carried him over her back, She dragged him out of it. And there was a car crash. Also, Doctor Strange was not paying attention.
It was
That's
more.
why he got
I'll tell
in
you
a car
one thing.
crash.
It's more realistic the Penguin in the car crash in the Batman when the car was upside down and he wasn't hurt at all.
Wow, we can't hear you at all, CJ. That's really bad. Okay.
It's like he's underwater.
He has to be pulled out of the crash by her. That's very symbolic for what exactly this is all about. And that kind of sets the tone of this just being a men are bad, women are...
Well, we have to get through it, though.
I bet you if Jeremy was in a... I don't wish this upon him, but I bet you was in a car crash with a woman, and he's the one that's seriously hurt, he'd probably reject the woman's help.
No. No, he acts tough, but I saw him run away at Universal Studios. Not to bring that up again, but he ran off screen. He knows how to get out of the way of danger.
Literally better at every single aspect of life. There's plenty of virtue signaling.
Better at handling emotions. I'm serious. I do think women...
Facts,
I mean, I do think women are better at handling emotions because I see... Jeremy is lying. Okay.
I will say certain emotions, yes. Okay.
Certain
emotions.
Are we just forgetting that Bruce Banner has like childhood trauma?
Yeah, but they don't explore it in the MCU.
We don't know that yet. We haven't seen.
Yeah, but they did. But yeah, because they can't really use. That's the problem. They haven't explored that in the MCU. That you're exactly right, CJ. It's just that the trauma he's talking about is from the Avengers stuff.
I have to research if all the different Hulks have different powers. Yes, I do. Absolutely. I thought, what's a quick way to get some clicks here, get 60 viewers? And I'm like, let's have a buffoon on the thumbnail with InfoWars. And I am thinking about doing an edited video with Brie Larson. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of men whining.
I think it's a thumbnail now.
Please, we got 60 viewers. Please smash
I
the like
think he has a
button.
thumbnail now because I'm starting to see it.
We got to interrupt less so we get through the reactions faster.
And nonsensical comments about how she will literally be murdered and women just existing is such a problem and all of the talking points. It's really insane. Even having a moment where after the car crash, she runs into a restroom, a public restroom, and then women walk in, and the first thing women say is, "Oh my God, what man did this to you?" Domestic.
No,
abuse."
that one was a little over the top. That one, I mean, even though I'm not a woman and I can't say that for sure, that I don't know if people would assume that the woman was mistreated by a man.
But that's the first.
I don't care that much though.
But that's the first thing you would think would happen though. If the woman's all bleeding and bruised and with scratches, you think the first thing that something happened to her like that.
Well, yeah, you think something happened, but not assume that it's a man though. That was kind of. I can understand that one.
I would say Aaron's absolutely right, but they also followed up with saying him, her, and they.
But why did they make her? Why did they make her like?
Oh yeah, they or who did this to you?
Yeah, they did that. And why didn't
Hey Rhea, I'm definitely up for the Mario Kart at 2 p.m. tomorrow. You want me to set up the stream? I'll send you the link. Brian, I mean, if we can be critical, was that a little bit like too much
Oh no!
I
it's
think
totally,
that was the one.
It's totally going over the top here, dude. I'm
Yeah.
not denying that. I'm just he's doing it to get a rise out of you. That's
No,
all.
no, no. I mean, but the restroom scene, that's fair. I think I could see that one. That one scene was like a little like, oh, okay, a little over the top for me as well.
Yeah.
But it's not. It doesn't ruin anything for me. Though it's like okay. They actually, some of the actresses involved said they had to try to keep that scene in. They actually wanted to cut it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they say, oh, because it means so much to us. I'm like, okay, I respect that. It's just
Because they're in it.
I mean, we have to do the Cringe too. We're not women, so I guess that I can't know for sure. I've never been in a woman's bathroom, so. But to me, it felt a little over the top.
That's the first thing that they mention. It's just like, my goodness, man, people in the real world don't operate like this. And
yeah, they do.
You guys are trying to bring these real world narratives into it. But that's not how people in the real world act. You're trying to set a narrative. You are setting an anti-male narrative and a pro-feminism agenda. And it is so unbelievably bad. And it continues throughout the episode. The episode is all about showing you how she is better at being the Hulk than Bruce Banner is. She's better at every bit of it. She talks down to him. It's disrespectful. There's actually like showing you how much better she is than him.
Do you have cousins, Jeremy?
This is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is why we've continued to tell you that this
we
is
all
happening
get along,
over and
dude.
over.
Hey Max,
We're all
Max,
super
Max,
nice to each other.
if I could for just a second.
Yeah.
I think she's more talking down to her cousin that she's known for years.
Oh yeah, giving each other shit.
Than the Hulk.
It's about Bruce Banner. She was talking down to Bruce Banner, not the Hawk. Bruce Banner was all talking about, oh, you can't do this, you can't have this life. Now you're a hero. She didn't want to be a hero. That's all she's basically saying. She doesn't want the life of Bruce Banner's living.
Yeah.
Because it's the shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it either. Do her own thing. Why does she have to be just a carbon copy? That would actually be. Go ahead, Brian.
The Hulk himself is basically sitting there telling her how shitty it is to be the Hulk.
Yeah.
The whole
why
point,
would
it's like the whole point of him training her was like,
why would
don't
you
want
just
to let the beast out.
The version of the Hulk without her own personality traits and own different issues. That would be just a token character. If she didn't have her own set of, she's a different person.
I have two questions. So,
yes,
in this episode, there's like hints that Hulk still has a little bit of anger in him. Do you think that he'll become Savage Hulk at some point?
No.
Again?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
And then
unless something really makes him upset.
Let me tell you something.
Have we seen Bruce really?
If you notice in the
upset?
credits, he's labeled. Mark Ruffalo's labeled as a special guest star. He's not going to be a major player in this show. Just for the first maybe episode.
I think that's all we saw what we're gonna see of him.
Yeah, exactly.
The other question is, who is Ched Banner? He mentions another relative.
All right, I'm not sure, CJ. We got to keep on track though because we have so much topics, and then Matt's going to go live at 1 a.m. So
who cares?
Again, now right now, as it stands on Rotten Tomatoes, it is at a 93 from the. I think it's updated. I'm gonna refresh right now, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so 87.
God.
Yeah, so it's 87 from the critics, and it's down to a 67% from the audience. Now
that's not bad from the audience either. That's not Ghostbusters.
He's gonna say it's bad, isn't he? He's gonna say it's bad. Right?
Well, he's gonna put the spin on it.
What will ultimately happen there? We'll see. I mean, that's not a good audience score for just your first show. That's really not good. That's extremely bad, and it's really low. So we'll have to see, where that ultimately lands. But it's not a good trend at all. It's a very bad trend. Now we also have the She-Hulk star. She hates your guts. She hates you if you disagree with her politically.
She's using Bounty Comics. She's using Bounty Comics.
No, come on. She hates people because she wears a T-shirt. Everyone can wear T-shirts what they support. That doesn't mean she hates you. What did she say that says she hates you? Let's hear this.
And she has no problem letting you know just how much she hates your guts. So here she's wearing a support trans futures shirts, and that's a direct shot. Now, this is during the marketing of the show.
Direct shot?
And this
Shot
is a
at who?
direct response to Governor Ron DeSantis and the Parents' Rights Education Act. So,
hey, if you support
this is
people,
what
listen, be consistent. If you support people protesting outside of Disney, there's right to think about what happens to their children. What's the harm in her wearing her shirt? Doesn't matter. Let people speak their minds. You know, people have a lot of issues with Disney, and they are concerned about what their children. Go right ahead.
They complain about freedom, but not when it's their freedom.
Yeah, that's consistently on all sides, though.
Yeah,
Aaron.
That's true, but they do it the most. They do it the most, Max.
It's consistent on both sides. We have to be fair here.
I was just gonna say there is truth to what he's saying because of the hyperness. Let's be honest. You hate what he has to say, correct?
Yeah.
I don't.
So
I don't hate what he has.
Well, no, I'm just saying. If you hate what he has to say, I would argue that. I mean, it's not on the same level that he's going off about trans rights, and I totally understand like why people would be like, oh, that's freaking stupid. But I'm just saying like, it's just don't. Can't we all get along?
We're getting
for fuck's sakes.
No, we're WCW versus
No,
WWE.
I have no
We
problems with people being involved with what their kids are, what their kids are viewing and stuff, or protesting.
And I'm
even.
just like
she's using her freedom of speech too, and it's not hating. It's not hating you. It says support. Support is not hate. We have to stop. We have to stop using these co-opting these words and just using them for everything. Like everything's an attack. Everything is hate. No. Let's leave the real hate to the hate. Saying I support something is not hate. We got to stop that bullshit across the board. Support something is not hate.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe is a political propaganda machine. This isn't just for Marvel, though. This is every aspect of entertainment that has a pre-existing fan base. Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, anything that has a pre-existing fan base, they're going to go after that. They're going to target that because they have to have that, because they can't create from the ground up. If they create from the ground up, it won't succeed. So that's why they have to continue to hijack pre-existing properties that mean something to so many people. That's why they...
This is not a hijack. This was around since the 80s. It's been successful for the... I mean...
If he wants to just read the comics issue every month or whatever, and maybe new characters there.
All right.
Do it, because they know they can't do something like what Eric July did with the Rippaverse. They can't do it. They can't create from the ground up. So it's about hijacking a pre-existing fan base. It's about telling that fan base when they criticize it that they're just a bunch of angry, sexist, and racist men who need to get out of their basement and who hate.
When the IMDb shows the demographics of the people hating on over 30 and men, you don't have to make that up. It's the truth. If there's actually, there's actually facts.
And that was a day before it actually was premiered on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I haven't checked it since.
Women, we're seeing the narrative so many times, but She-Hulk is a glaring example of man-hating feminist agendas pushed into comic book universe films and shows. It will continue. We will continue to call them out. We will continue to hold them accountable, there's nothing they can do to stop it. The only thing I regret is that I didn't talk about this sooner, because
because I didn't care about it until I heard that it's men hating from my peers.
Saw people on Twitter, the bootlicking Disney stands out there that think if you criticize a big corporation, $1 billion corporation, if you criticize that corporation,
this is also I have to say, this is also something I've got consistency with. Even Ethan now, this has become the talking point. It's like when you call him out on bullshit, you're like you're going over the top here. There's a little substance to your claims. He's like, what? You're defending a big corporation? Have you noticed this recently? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of this is like, whoa, you're for a big corporation? You should just hate on big corporations. Listen, there's issues with all these businesses, and these businesses, they'll provide lots of jobs and lots of entertainment. So when anyone says I'm being mistreated or I deserve better compensation for my work, I support that. But we also have to realize, look what's happening with Warner Brothers Discovery. All those animation projects are getting canned. The industry is pivoting right now, and unfortunately, the majority of the work is coming from projects like this. Look at all those animators that are going to be suddenly out of a job from Warner Brothers Discovery. The majority of the work that's coming to them is going to be like Marvel projects and comic book projects. I'm sorry. And it's also even though this is going to be another this is going to be another topic later. I am so sad that all those animators are going to lose their jobs, especially if they went to school and they're paying down their student loans for that. But honestly, the consumers are not engaging a lot with all these animation projects, and that makes me sad too. Because Brian, going back, Aaron, Vince, there's some really great different styles of animation. A lot of stuff that's not just 3D CGI, you know. And we might be losing some of that. But the reality is there's not a lot of engagement there either. So even though what happened this last few days is brutal with Warner Brothers Discovery, the industry's changing. And if you look at Netflix, it's not just Warner Bros. Discovery. Netflix slashed a lot of their animation studios working on projects as well. So yes, there are definitely issues, but how are you gonna fight it so much to a point where these people are gonna have to adapt to keep a living going? You know? Any initial thoughts there on the animation situation, Brian, Aaron, Vince?
I gotta address one thing in the chat. That's I don't know how to say his name. My friend from an MMO. Yeah, okay. He's actually a friend from online game.
Okay.
He's trying to get a rise out of us.
Oh, okay.
He wants us to respond to him, so I was like, hey, cool, we can do that.
He says superhero movies and shows are done.
No.
Honestly, I mean, there is fatigue, ask Brian. But honestly, what's still getting the engagement, though? Like, I mean, that's what also populates a lot of movie talk.
It makes money.
It's what the consumers are asking for right now until there's a new trend that takes over. Okay, let's finish. We're almost done.
Yeah.
Then they have to stand for the corporation. And the only thing I was upset about was...
It's not just because I'm shilling or standing for corporations. I respect creatives, I respect jobs, and I respect quality content.
That wasn't included in this picture collage of a bunch of people going after She-Hulk. So now please include me in that. Please give me credit for trashing this terrible show full of feminism and anti-men narratives. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Check out our new merch on 221B Tactical. You probably saw a few of them in the ads on different sites. 221B Tactical. We have the new Geeks and Gamers shirts over there, the patches.
Okay, enough of that.
All
right. So that's that. I'm part of the problem.
Are we done now? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you. Brie was right, though. I'm so sick of hearing what these old white dudes, mostly white dudes, think of She-Hulk. And there's very few. I don't know where's all the ladies at?
Maybe they're just jealous they're not green.
What's that?
Maybe they're just jealous they're not green.
I don't know.
I mean, envy is the color of green, right? Envy is green, right?
Yeah, green with envy.
Yeah.
Let's talk Sandman. I've heard a lot about Sandman.
They released 2 extra episodes this week.
I was going to ask what people thought of Sandman.
I loved it.
Oh, is it really good? Okay.
I'll say this: the DC stuff this year is better quality than the MCU. That's my opinion.
All right. Well, should we take a look at this video? I didn't watch it yet. It's a Brie video.
Oh, I didn't watch it on her channel.
I have a Disneyland ride, Captain Marvel.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll watch a minute of it.
New. I'm not in my garage. I am in Paris, and I am here for the opening of the Avengers Campus.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, this is cool. I hope if me and my wife get to go back to Disneyland, they have Avengers Campus. This is where again? The Paris? She say?
France, Paris, France. Yeah.
I would love this in Florida, so I could go take my wife. I want some Avengers stuff there as well. CGH, $5. Thank you, CGH. It's all the reboots in ends after Secret War, creating Galactus, Last Survivor of 616, full reset of the universe. I don't think they need a free reset.
No, they don't need a full reset. They could mini reboot, not a full.
People say it's awesome. I said to my wife, "Do you want to watch it with me?" She's like, "I'd rather watch it on my own." She wants to binge it all the way through. I take too long, is the reason. But this is awesome. Good for her. I can't wait for Captain Marvel to come back. Although, man, did RJ jump the shark? She's in 3 seconds of Captain or Miss Marvel, and she's completely changed. She's more likable. Like she's in 3 seconds. Hey, Bradley.
Who said that?
RJ.
Hey.
What?
Hey, what's up, Bradley?
Not that she was
First
not
off,
likable.
how was she unlikable in the first place?
Right. No. But he says she's her character's even better now. She's more, relatable approach.
Because what they did in her
by
first
landing
movie,
in a fan's room.
Yeah.
no, it's because how they portrayed her. It's how they portrayed her in her movie.
Now
her
who's
whole movie.
reaching? Oh,
Yeah.
It's
We
how
got
they portrayed her in the
71
movie.
people watching, and I had a shitty day at work at week. Work at week? What? Week at work. You could tell, and I'm drinking. Please smash the like button for this madman. I need lots of likes to make me feel better.
It's all
please.
right. I had a bad week last week, so
Okay.
That's how we all get by. So.
Well, this is some good news to look forward to. This is a cool video.
If I ever
it's
get
good
the
news
money
if
to
you're
go
friends.
to Disneyland again,
I hope I can have Brie on as a guest.
Yeah,
I would like.
I don't know. If
I'm
you
going to reach out to
contact her.
Brie Larson. Will you
Contact her.
support my tweets? I'm going to say,
Contact-
Brie Larson, I used to be a critic of you, and now I
Contact her
think you're
podcast
amazing.
page.
I bet you the last time I went to Disneyland was before half the people in the chat was born.
Me too.
me and Brian are close to the same age, so
Me too.
probably true for.
I'm about 5 or 6 years younger than you guys, and it's probably the same with me too.
Yeah.
The year was 1995.
Yeah, I'm around that time too. 95.
49ers won the Super Bowl.
That's
That was about all I remember.
the last time I went to Florida. It's Disney World. It's like
I see a
95, 96.
Skeletor speaking in a picture of Brie Larson in the gift shop. Yes. Disasterful, if you're new, make sure to subscribe. This is what I came for. What happened to RJ? RJ did a stream earlier. I think he's taking a nap.
He's been taking his Warner Brothers ass off stuff.
No, he was really passionate about it.
I know.
I understand. It's, part of it is with the Warner Brothers situation is it is a bloodbath, but they were operating without handling shit. And companies that continually lose money when you do all these bad decisions, like people that say people have jumped the shark and just say Zaslav is just killing everything. That don't have the context of the bad decision making at the top with some of these projects. A lot of these projects, even though I'm sad they're gone, I'm like, what the hell was that? I didn't know about that.
Max, who says business is supposed to be nice? Business is a cold thing.
No, I don't want business to be cold, but if you go into a second merger, you got to do something though, right? Like it's
business.
There was a reason for the merger in the first place.
Yeah.
It's a
there
second
was a reason
merger
for all this in the first place. So it's like,
what's the opposite? If they don't do anything and they keep all these projects going, the whole company could go under. Really? And then all those properties will be in limbo.
I don't.
And we have nothing from DC.
Yeah, green lighting projects left and right before establishing core characters.
Well,
exactly. Yeah. It could be disastrous if they don't do something drastic.
Yeah, you're right. It could go under.
And then no one's gonna have a job. No one.
If we're gonna have no DC content, that means no comics because they own the comics. Also, no movies, no animation, nothing.
Well, you know what? It's also probably the Netflix thing. Netflix, to compete with Netflix, you know how many projects they greenlight, and the only so many Netflix shows really pop in the pop culture sphere.
The thing is, Netflix
they overreach too with all their projects as well, and now they're tightening down.
But Netflix is willing to work with other studios to purchase projects on their streaming service. Like Sandman is DC Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but Aaron, Netflix has cut down on animation and everything else too. Recently, they've really cut spending.
Netflix is,
and they're not hurting as bad as Warner Bros. I don't think they're in debt too. All these companies are going to go out of business unless they tighten up.
Disneyland is one of my favorite places on earth. So to be here in Paris, I've never been to this location before, and as well to be here for the opening of my own ride is making me emotional.
First things first, when I got to campus, I got to do a little surprise. I got to surprise the cast members that are going to be working at the Avengers campus in Paris.
Okay. It's happening. Okay.
Talking about Captain Marvel, which Academy Award winning actress portrays Captain Marvel? What is it? Brie Larson.
Is that right, Brie?
Yes! Hello! Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Well, it's so nice to meet you. I'm just here to say thank you.
I bet you if she played Sarah Connors, nobody
Since
hated
I was
her.
a little kid. This is the ultimate. I grew up going to Disneyland, and it's how I dreamed. It's how I felt like I was inside of a film, inside of the TV. And
It's
so
my
I
new
hope
fan
that this ride
casting
gives
now.
you the opportunity to feel what it's like when I get to be
For the
on
5th
wires,
Terminator
flying
reboot, I want
fast
Brie
through the
Larson
sky.
as
You're
Sarah
going to get the
Connor.
opportunity to be with me and with
Oh,
Iron
can you
Man
imagine?
as we
Right.
say
Oh,
my
yes, I
dreams have
can.
come true.
That's why I asked.
You're going to be with me as I try it out for the first time. Here we
Star
go.
Trek 4.
Okay, so I'm walking through, and I am so glad this is all
her
on
in the movie.
film because there's my face. Okay, there's
I don't
my
mind
face.
Brie Larson.
What?
See,
So
I
was told that I had a
She
rock.
thinks she seems like she'd be cool to hang out with.
Yeah.
She'd be fun.
She's a nerd like us.
She's got connections to one of my hometowns, so we're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've loved Brie Larson since she's in Community as like the librarian or whatever.
She's a Community? Wow. I
Yeah,
gotta go back.
like as a guest star.
Oh,
She's only
was that
like
a
one-
guest star? Okay.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 episodes, and had a crush on her since. And
I remember Jump Street.
I had a crush on her since that Jimmy Kimmel episode. I gotta be real. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, the dress she was wearing.
I mean, that was when people were at her the most, and that's was like, man, I got respect for you, lady, because people were so hateful towards her on the internet, and she just got on, she smiled, and she's like, I'm just gonna be me. I'm like, wow.
She's always been herself.
I obviously shot footage for it for a couple of days, but I didn't know what it all meant. I didn't know where it was going to be. And so to see it all, the emotions were all over the place.
And
so as you can see, I am not.
And she really works on her athleticism too for the role too. She's always working out and stuff. That's also inspirational, healthy. I respect that a lot for people really taking the role seriously. It's not like she's just phoning it in. She's working towards it.
Playing it
You know
cool
what?
at all. This is the
say a lot of
dream.
Marvel actors are
And
not
here
phoning it
we
in.
are stepping inside for the very first time.
Oh, it's a
Avengers
roller coaster?
Assemble Flight Force
Oh.
roller coaster. Are you
If they just
kidding?
repurpose Space Mountain,
Okay, so I
people are
just
gonna
got off the
freak
ride.
out.
I don't have words just yet. I was in a mixture of just like awe and crying and screaming and surviving. It is so fast. I think there's multiple loops. I can't tell, but we were definitely successful. My favorite part
Well, of
is
course, you're
the
alive.
speed. It is insanely fast. I won't say when it gets fast because I think that's part of the fun, but it's very fast. You get to be inside the movie. It's not just watching a movie on a screen. You're inside it, moving
Oh,
very
really?
fast. I think what surprised
They
me
have, like,
the
movie
most is
screens in there and
I
stuff?
think I need to ride it a couple more times because I was just taking in that it was real. Like I just kept going like, oh, this is actually happening. This is not a dream. This is not a dream, which is part of why we're making this video so that I can remember that this is not a dream. This is happening right now. Since this is my first roller coaster or ride I have ridden in months, years, I don't even remember the last time. I am blown away. I hope that you come and check this out for yourself Avengers Assemble Flight Force roller coaster is awesome.
I want one in Florida. That's the closest one I'm getting to. You know.
Yeah, it's my problem. I'm in Missouri. It's like, do I go to California? Do I go to
I'm going to California.
Florida?
Paris is. I'm not going to Paris. I mean, Paris is nice, but it gets winter there. I'm going to California, where it's
We
warm.
gotta have when I get to 100 when I get to 100K, we'll have a MME meetup in Florida, and we'll get Brian there. And we'll do Galaxy's Edge and all that.
I better go to Cali.
I know Brian's like, why would I go there when I could just go to?
Yeah, I'm a Brian.
Yeah. All right.
I did. Did you go on it? I was so good. Yes.
Oh, look who made an appearance, Miss Marvel. That's awesome.
Okay, and with that, this is going to feel wild to do in my amped up state. But
do you also think? Listen, I don't have an issue with Brie and her likability as Captain Marvel, but do you think having Miss Marvel there and interacting that's really going to help her dynamic and
no,
her wide appeal? You don't think so, Aaron?
No,
Captain Marvel interacting with Miss Marvel in the new movie?
Oh, with us it'd be fine. Yeah, but
No. I mean, I think that's going to help her. The people that aren't sold on her yet, not the haters, not the critics.
It depends how her attitude is. It depends on her attitude, because we saw in Endgame that her personality was totally different from Captain Marvel. If you keep that same personality, yeah, people are gonna accept her.
I think it's gonna help with a wider appeal with her interacting with Miss Marvel.
That too. She's gonna be more likable. She's gonna be herself.
it's still true. I hope you feel happy and safe in your body. Bye.
See that? The way Brie Larson acts, like in these videos, Captain Marvel kind of acts like that in the comics a bit.
I'm eating sausage. I'm sorry.
Oh wow, sausage party.
No, dude.
Oh yeah,
God damn it,
Brian, you're making me hungry.
Well, that's what I tend to do.
All right, well, here's the members' mailbag. Thank you, everyone, leaving a mailbag. We had a random EVS that popped in the last one, so I didn't get to it. Here, let's get to Blue Jay. So I watched Baz Luhrmann's Elvis, which is also the first film I saw of his, and I liked it for the most part. Austin Butler is amazing as the rock star, and I do like the visual style. My gripe with the film is that it's way too long. Tom Hanks' weird accent, and for some reason they decided to include modern hip-hop songs fused with Elvis songs during scenes. Pretty strange, but a good movie nonetheless. Okay.
I haven't seen it.
I do want to see it. I think I'm going to wait till it comes on a streaming service. But yeah, I can understand that that's a little weird to hear modern takes of Elvis songs, like hip-hop inspired, like remixes and stuff. I don't know. I can understand that. And I do, maybe Tom Hanks is just doing an accurate job, because I heard the guy he's portraying is pretty weird. You know? Yeah. Okay. Oh, of course you did, CJ. He added a question. Okay, Ibrahim Khan. I just recently, only add the one though, CJ. Come on. Because we have other topics too. I just recently watched Nope, and I gotta say, a heavy improvement on Us with a sprinkle of Peele's conscious writing, Spielberg-like spectacle, and standout performance by Keke Palmer. Would highly recommend, have you a chance to watch. I do want to see it. It's just, honestly, this old madman goes, even though I love movies, I'm going to the theater less and less. Maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know. I just like being home. You understand, Brian? Aaron?
Yes.
Yeah. I only go to movies I only go to movies basically if I really want to see a movie.
Special occasions.
The next one I want to go to is Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
And then maybe Avatar 2.
For me, it's Black Adam, Wakanda, and Avatar. Yeah, those three are for me.
Mm-hmm. That's sad. I only go see superhero movies anymore.
I know.
Chubby Teddy Monsters Productions. Hey Max, if I made a Scarlet versus AV Alien versus Predator short series of short stop motions, would you watch it? Hell yeah, I would. Go check out Chubby Teddy. He made a recent stop motion short with his figures. It was really good. He's getting better and better. Blue Jay says, looks like IATSE is speaking out against the mistreatment of VFX workers. Freaking finally. Listen, this is complicated. I support, I'm getting an echo here. I don't know what's I support visual effects artists, but also they have to realize, I think they have to actually do some, understanding that this is that's keeping them consistently employed. And they shouldn't be mistreated, obviously, but look at the alternative. Look what's happening to animation studios. Their projects are getting canceled.
I mean, they could just fire everybody.
And they're willing to hire people that want those jobs to do work in VFX if they want.
So there has to be a middle ground, right? You have. I want to support VFX artists, but honestly, you're getting consistent work, and I don't want to be anyone to be mistreated. I do think crunch time within reason is part of the work environment. Honestly,
Degrassi, that movie had a killer's soundtrack, bro. Dude,
Highway. 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, dude, 9 Inch Nails. Oh, dude, it had Marilyn Manson. Oh, bro, Smashing Pumpkins.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was freaking amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think we have to be within reason here, right? We want better quality of.
I know it's supposed to be doing with Marvel because Marvel has so much stuff a year now, so it's taxing. I understand that.
Yeah, well, they should actually be consulting with their employers that are signing the contracts.
Yeah.
VFX industry is killing itself. Well, I confirm from VFX artists myself. Hey, we support you, man. Mm-hmm. It's just there's some realities that they have to come to terms with. I think a lot of it relies on I'm not just defending big corporations. If a big corporation, if your business signs a shitty contract, of course a big corporation is going to take advantage of that. They're going to take it for the least money. Really, where does it lie on? All the firms need to work out better contracts, honestly. They have to work it out. F that, Max? What, Hans? That I'm speaking up for big corporation? My worst take.
Are you home, Hans? Get on here.
What's so bad about it, Brian? Tell me. What's so bad about it? I'm not.
I don't think it's a bad take at all. My thing is like the industry is getting to the point where you and I, sitting at home with rudimentary software, can make decent movies. So it's like, I don't know, the industry and the technology is getting to a point where, it's the competition is getting fierce.
Hans, you want to be reality? There's people in China that they'll definitely go outsourced if they go too hard. I want to stand by VFX artists. I want them to get better pay, better hours, and I don't want them to be overworked, constant crunch time. Some crunch time is inevitable with some of these projects. If you're doing crunch time every freaking week, that's unreal. There has to be some nuance here. And honestly, the farther you go towards all these things for workers, if you want me to lie to you, I'll lie to you. But the reality is, what are these big studios going to do? They'll outsource to other countries where they don't have to meet these requirements. It's just the reality, right? Am I wrong? I mean, there's some middle ground.
Well, the fact of the matter is, what do? You're going to watch the movie anyways. So how do you voice your disgust? By what? Complaining about it on Twitter? That's not going to do anything. So I get it, standing up for the workers and all that kind of stuff. But
I mean, where are they going to go? They're going to go to HBO Max and do a new animated series. Where's that?
No, it's competition, guys. Have you ever worked in a job where there's competition? Like, dude, I worked in automotive for like almost 20 years now. Okay, it's next man up. Okay, if you can't kick it in that job, they will find somebody who will.
And they'll pay them cheaper.
And they'll pay them less.
Yeah.
To do exactly what you just did.
Hans, and I would like you to get back on the show, Hans. You sound like a CEO of my company. F that. I want reality to be different.
And then I fucking grew up and realized that, bro, it's like I work for them, not the other way around.
No, I'm not shilling. I'm not shilling for a company. I'm saying the reality is, if the things become too insurmountable or too many things for the company to consider, they're going to do the easiest thing. They're going to go outsource the computer graphics, where all they do is crunch time in other countries, in China and all these other countries.
I mean, they do that already, like with India.
I mean, I'm not saying it's fair. The world is a messed up place, honestly. What are you going to do? When everyone says that they want to support VFX artists and everything, but then when it comes down to it, where are you going to go? You're going to buy stuff at Walmart or other retailers that have all these products that are mainly put together in different countries. And there's nothing wrong with Walmart either. I support Walmart. I'm just saying, if you're really going to fight these battles,
but
what are you going to do?
You're still going to watch these movies, so maybe.
And you're still going to buy. You're still going to buy the product when it comes down to it.
You're still going to watch it and complain about how bad the CG is. At the end of the day, like, who's hurting who here?
If you market a product, this is done all U.S. and then you have a product that's done $2 cheaper, made in another country. There's some people that are going to pay for this stuff in U.S. But honestly, what are most people going to do?
They outsource movies all the time, guys. Do you know how often they shoot movies up north?
Listen, people are already complaining about the shitty quality.
They shoot movies in Atlanta. No disrespect to Atlanta. Atlanta's not exactly a destination like for people.
It's because of lower taxes. That's why they shoot there. The same reason why they shoot in Canada, because Canada makes special freaking dispensations for American films. So,
well, that's a good point, JP.
You make movies where they're cheaper.
He's saying that they don't want to trust an untrustworthy company because these projects are too secret. Stuff leaks anyway, though. It always leaks. I don't know. Shut up, Zeno. You know exactly how they've been treated.
As a Walmart employee, I swear to God, I swear all of our goods are top quality.
We'll take your word on that.
Well, at least Walmart has a section. They sometimes have sections, USA made stuff. But honestly, what choice do we have?
The thing is this isn't like a normal job. This job is based on output, production, quality, all that kind of stuff. It's not like working at McDonald's where every burger's made the same. You know,
listen,
I don't know.
I will support you. I will support these VFX artists if they could get things done and get the income they want and the hours they want and all this other stuff. I'm just telling you the reality, because a lot of people that speak up for it aren't going to put their money where their mouth is and actually. Go ahead, Vince. What do you have?
All right, so you know I collect figures and stuff.
No, really? Oh, be careful, Vince.
It's all good.
I can tell you, we do not carry stuff like this, which is
ooh, Ash versus Evil Dead. I still gotta watch that show. Awesome, Vince.
Well, okay, so this is based off the whole Ash versus Evil Dead thing was based off of Army of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, that's an awesome figure.
Yeah, I got this at Target. And it's
you shop at your rival.
Super. Yeah, we bought.
Exposed. Vince is exposed. I got this at Target.
We actually bought some ice cream from there earlier that was.
Better
than Walmart.
What the hell, Vince? I would love Hans to get back on here. What choice do we? You do have a choice. You actually do have a choice. You could research where products are made, and buy only that, and not buy the other stuff. But what do you think the majority of consumers are going to do, Brian? What are the majority of people that say, "Oh yeah, I support VFX"? When it comes down to it, what are they going to do?
They're still going to go watch the damn movie at the end of the day.
Like Disney Plus. Yeah.
All this crying. You still have your Disney Plus, right? You're not canceling that.
Yeah.
So how can you complain about it when they shoot the entire show Mandalorian in the volume and you're like, oh god damn it, the CG is so terrible. It's like Dude, it's because they're in a holodeck. Okay, like.
Well, the JP says the thing is VFX studio lay off people after the project done all the time and hiring junior artists to fill the senior role, which is a big problem.
That's just like working at a car dealership, man. As soon as you get to the point where they can't pay you anymore, they bring on somebody fresh out of school.
Yeah.
It happens all over the place.
It's sad. It's just
and you're screwed because your toolbox has wheels.
It's all about paying somebody cheaper.
It's all about the next person that can make your job for cheaper.
Yeah. If they can get better work hours, better pay, better contracts, I support that. I'm just telling you, if you push too hard and too long, that's ultimately the likelihood of it being outsourced is more likely.
Well,
that's
and then
all
what
I'm
do
saying.
you do? You unionize, okay, and then basically you get outsourced because they do tend to go for what's cheaper, and not only that, but it gets to where everything's really top heavy. And you get people who've been in it for a long time that get big in the head. And
honestly, this Warner Brothers, I'm going to make a separate video on this Warner Brothers Discovery thing that just happened, create a new influx of potential more people working in the VFX industry that aren't just working on animated projects that need work. I mean, if you do animation, I'm not saying it's definite crossover, but it's likely that you could probably do some CGI for movies and projects. There's going to be an influx of workers. It's not going to help the income come up. I'm sorry. There's going to be more people needing work after this. Netflix slashed the animation jobs, Warner Bros. Discovery, and even though I want all those projects to still exist, the reality is
animation is not as big as you think.
And only certain types of animation are right now. The computer-generated stuff still, certain types do well. Certain type of humor that does well. But honestly, it's not what it once was for animation. Somehow, anime still does pretty good.
Yeah, anime is different.
But honestly, the consumers aren't there for a lot of this stuff. There's a reason. They have the numbers. They know what the engagement is for these projects. There's a reason Netflix slashed and then the Warner Brothers did this. The most brutal one was the animation. At every single streaming service, the most brutal cuts are the animation. And then you have on the other end VFX artists, rightfully so, upset about crunch time and work and their contracts, which I understand. But what's it's bad out there for. I feel really, really bad for people that have went to school for this, have student loans, and want their job in the industry. I feel really bad.
It's just like sucks. Working in automotive, dude. I've experienced this personally. It might not be VFX or anything like that, but working on cars it's basically the same thing. I'm telling you, it's like with the schools, you pay a lot of money to go to school to learn, and you get a job. You get a job right out the gate. But the problem is with these jobs is you don't get paid very much.
Hans, okay? I don't want you to be pissed. I want an alternative. I want to hear your pushback.
I mean, I'm sorry, I haven't been reading the chat too much. What's on?
I'm not simping for corporations, Devin. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I've just been stuck working them for.
No, I know.
Life.
Devin also worked.
Find a better way, please. Let's do it. But
Devin also worked in the gaming industry, or I think he still might. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he definitely knows his experience.
This is why unions used to exist and why corporate interests paid a lot of money to kill unions. Milkmen used to own houses, and now we're all slitting each other's throats for low-paying jobs.
Basically,
that's sad.
But some people just need
jobs. I mean, it's a shit system.
Yeah,
and I don't want to be the guy going, "Hey, yay system."
I don't want to demean animators. I don't think it'd be done by anyone, but there are a lot of people doing it.
It's also one of those jobs that hella people were like sitting there in the afternoon when those TV shows would come and be like, "Hey, you guys want to learn how to make video games?" It was one of those things, man. Like, remember when
let's be better here. We all do take workers' rights seriously. We all do. But we also know the issues. Yeah.
You also know what I'm talking about with fad jobs. Remember when CSI was real big and you always had that one or two friends that were like, I'm gonna go be a crime scene investigator.
I wanted to get into VFX animation. I went to school quality.
It's the same thing with VFX and animation because hella people are like, dude, I had like 6 friends that were all into that shit, and they don't do that anymore. Like maybe 1 or 2 of them actually did that for a job, but like a couple of them are like accountants now. Like they don't.
Yeah, I don't want to minimize.
And they're making better money if they're because they're.
I'm just saying it's one of those jobs where everybody's trying to do that job.
Yeah.
So it automatically pays less.
Yes. And they're accountants, right? Making better money.
The ultimate thing that will improve everything is better quality animated shows. Like there's a new animated show that everyone loves. That's the quality is what raises all ships. You know.
Oh,
it's gonna
absolutely.
Quality increases. That's where everything's gonna increase. The pay,
and then you also have like stagnant parts of the industry where it's like you have these guys that have been in the industry for 30, 40 years that have been squashing all the new people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of kills innovation.
They don't want to lose their place, man. They want to keep.
So, like I said, it's the same thing about like automotive. They even told us this when I went to school. The first freaking day, they're like, there's a lot of baby boomers that got into automotive that didn't quit when carburetors came out, and you're going to be fighting with them for jobs for like the next 20 years. And they weren't lying because we still are. There's dudes that are like 65 years old still working on goddamn cars.
Mm-hmm.
5 days a week, 8 hours a day, like, and then what do? You come out of school with this $30,000 education and you change tires. You do oil changes. You work the freaking islands at a gas station for fucking 8 years, selling propane and shit. Yeah, I know. It's bad. I'm just saying, like, I understand that kind of a struggle, but it's also one of those things where, like, maybe, I don't know. I should have chosen it. Seriously, dude. It was
not to interrupt Brian, but I want to follow that up.
Okay.
So I worked in an industry that like completely went out of business, which is directory assistants.
Okay.
You guys remember like when you would call 411?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I did that shit for 7 years with Verizon.
Oh, okay.
From 2006, 2012, 2013. It's like, hey, there are certain things that just go out of business and nobody needs it anymore. And I got a retirement from that, not everything, but my point is, hey, some shit just goes obsolete. But obviously that's not the case for comic book movies and stuff, but hey, you never know.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks, Vince. Matt just got in here. The debate we're having. We are for VFX workers, but there's also the industry is changing now, and it seems like you're on one end. I want to get Matt's take on this. On one end, you have VFX artists saying we deserve better pay, better hours. This crunch time is killing us. These contracts suck. And then there's not that animation directly has a crossover with the CGI for comic book movies.
Yeah.
But you have Netflix and HBO. This HBO thing didn't come out of the blue. The majority of the cuts coming to these streaming platforms usually first is a lot in animation projects. They're just not getting the engagement, even though I support all the, like you heard, I don't know if you heard RJ's very passionate stream earlier. But ultimately, we're going to get to a point where it's going to just get outsourced potentially by these big companies. And the consumers are just going to, even though they say they care, what are they going to do? They're still going to pay Disney Plus. They're still going to buy their products. It's what do you do? What's your take on the situation, Matt? Because I also think there's going to be an influx of people that may have worked on animation projects, their own series, no longer have a job, and there's going to be a lot of people needing more visual effects work that might just go on to Marvel projects or DC or something else that's getting consistent contracts.
Well, I feel like, a lot of this stuff kind of ebbs and flows, right? You're going to have like the moments where animation is doing better, and you're going to have times where animation isn't. Like VFX and, CG and things like that. Those always have
work, right? Those are always things they can do. Or like those are always going to be needed, I should say. Sorry, I'm a little tired. But part of the issue with this whole situation is that they're not getting rid of them because of the quality. Max is right. The engagement is lower, and it's because they don't want to pay the residuals back to the company. So it's not like they're pulling it off. Who knows if it's gone forever? If they're doing it as a tax write-down, then it is gone forever. And now I have no idea if that's true or not. I have no idea if that's going to happen or not. All I know is what we're now seeing is outright calls for piracy, which is absolutely wild. That what was once the most taboo thing in all of entertainment coverage, no one ever talk about it. No one ever say what it is, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
well,
never bring it up.
there's ultimately a really great argument for preservation the way the streaming platforms are going. They just get rid of shit and it's done. They don't release it physical.
Yeah.
I want to pay people, the workers, as much as I can directly by buying the product. But ultimately, it comes down to there is a strong argument for preservation. I know pirates love to say that. And if you feel you need to pirate because you don't have the income to watch certain things, I'm not going to judge you. I think everyone's a liar if they've said they've never pirated anything ever. I think they're lying. Someone's always used a VHS to tape something or made a mixtape or something.
Or they burn something from mod PlayStation. I mean, like modding. Remember, people used to mod a PlayStation back in the day, with burning games and stuff. Yeah.
Who didn't do that? Shut up.
Well, again,
go ahead.
Well, I personally feel that the situation could be handled a lot better by the studio giving a solid reason. And I think the fact that they're not doing that they're just cutting all this stuff and they're leaving all of these creatives to kind of just be left to just figure it out is a really bad idea. And at this point, man, like, holy hell. There's going to be a lot of crap coming down the pipeline in regards to, outright revolt. I don't see Netflix doing this, really. I don't see...
They've already cut a lot of animation projects.
They've cut some animation projects. They still have a lot more in the works, and they license a lot more, too.
Yeah.
That is part of it. Is like, yeah, some animation isn't going to go on forever. They're not going to give all these things, 18 billion seasons. I think that in animation, some things work, some things don't. I think that there's a lot of shows out there that do fail to kind of hit their mark. It's not like when we were kids and all we had were 5 shows to watch. So by default, they were all popular.
I think ultimately some of these studios, if they have a really solid idea for a show, they should probably go direct to consumer, do Indiegogos. Some of these, if they have a really solid and fan base, that's going to be instead of play these games with streamers and stuff where unless you have an amazing property that Netflix is going to keep around, there are fans of these series, and I hate to put all this on the consumer, but that's the most job security you're going to have sometimes in this day and age, is working directly with your audience on some of these. I'm not saying every situation will be like that. Sometimes these kids shows, I don't know if that's going to work, but some of these animation products I think should go direct to consumer. Indiegogos for it. We'll do this.
That is completely not viable in today's market.
Why?
Though.
Why?
Because you're asking people aren't going to invest in animation. You're not going to, like, someone like RJ might, to be fair, and I'll just
what
say
if they
RJ.
say what if they say you get the digital release and then you have a physical copy, you do all this stuff. I think there's a way it could be worked.
Animation, look, unless it's like the cheapest schlocky animation on the planet, then having somebody actually go out and do that is just, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because it takes what we're talking about here are animating 24 frames a second. 24 individual drawings. I mean, and they might be cheap where they skip some frames and things like that. That happens all the time. But generally speaking, 24 frames in a second. And then you have your acting, your voice acting, you have your sound effects, your Foley work, things like that. I mean, it is a massive endeavor to put out this content. So are they talking about putting out like, oh, let's crowdfund 12 30-minute episodes in order to tell this story? That is literally, that's insane. That's like, 400 minutes of content at 24 frames a second, 60 seconds in a minute. That is a massive, massive undertaking. And it's very difficult to do. And I think again, I understand the desire to want to see it go that way. But what we're talking about here too is also like, certain artists would have to get like a lot. They'd have to go and they'd have to find the investors to front end the project, because having it go out through Indiegogo doesn't mean shit, because you're still going to have a primary investor up front to be able to come on in to provide the assets needed. And now, but then again, at the same time, there are things nowadays, like let's say using Unreal Engine 5. I've seen people make short films, animated short films in there.
Yeah.
So you can do it using certain things, but the people who want, and the people who are going to like, oh, we want traditional 2D hand-drawn animation. It's like, well, learn fucking Flash, because that's where you are. We're going back in time, because that's the kind of stuff that's going to like be what needs to be done. I'm just saying, and I don't know what goes into modern day, animation and stuff. So it's probably a little easier than what I'm saying, but it's just the money and time. And it's just, this is why when they start developing a show, they'll do the first season, but they're already 2 or 3 seasons into development because of how long it takes for the shows to become animated. Like, look at The Simpsons. The Simpsons, I think, took like 4 months an episode. And they do 21 episodes a season. So how far in advance do they have episodes? Right? How many different teams are working? This stuff takes time. And I think, people out there tend to forget it.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. It could be complicated. I just was thinking that might be some situations could be a way to go to direct consumer. I understand that it might be more difficult, especially with the length of time animation takes.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, there are people that I've seen that they'll put out videos saying like, "Oh, I was quarantined," or I was.
I'm not CJH. We're gonna get to the other mailbag questions.
It says something like, "Oh, during COVID, I had the quarantine, so I taught myself Blender, and this is what I was working on." And it's like, there's cool things you could do, but it takes a lot of time to actually do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I do feel bad for everyone, especially if you got student loans coming in for that type of work. Oh my God, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I blame the get rich quick schools, man. I'm a victim of one of them too, man. It's you're sitting at home on a weekday, and they have the commercial. It's like, hey man, you want to design games or movies?
Oh my God.
It's like you go spend like $30,000 up front for like, this education. And then like 2 years later, they cancel the school because they found out that they were like loaning out the money predatorially. But, it was cool. But like, you're stuck with this big old bill. You go into an industry that like is bloated with people that are just trying to get in. I imagine there's people just trying to shove people out of the industry too, right? Like that's the kind of competition they're going into.
Hey, Dat Dude Vince, you said he has to take off, get something to eat. I understand, Dat Dude.
All right, take care.
Appreciate you being with us.
Good seeing you guys. We'll catch you later.
All right, thank you, man. All right, let's get through the rest of these mailbag questions. To Tony, the Geek Getaway, if Henry Cavill signs with Marvel, will Mikey and Sil finally move on? I don't think so. We have to see if that's actually true. I still don't know what
Not
the take
true.
What?
It's not true.
I don't know. There's rumors about Loki. I don't know.
There's lots of rumors going on right now. Did you see that one I sent you last night?
Yeah, I didn't know if I should cover that or not. I don't know.
I have no idea. I saw it pop up on 4chan. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Snyder Cut may be not on HBO Max soon as well, and that what's that going to do? We'll see.
I just bought it on Vudu like earlier today.
You know what I was watching? What I was watching today, Matt and Brian? I was watching the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn version, and I was loving it today while I was working. I was having a lot of fun with just removed. There's a lot that could be said about removing all your expectations and just watching something casually when you're not even looking, like you buy your ticket, you pre-order, you're not even just for any movie. You're just like, oh, I want this to be really great. And then you just go back and watch it later. And then things are just more natural to you. You just watch it to watch it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, just to prove I'm not a hater, Max, what movie were we watching before?
Oh yeah, Zack Snyder's The Justice League. I was watching right before we went, and then we watched this. Brie was right. I don't care what a 40-year-old white man thinks about She-Hulk. There's been so much cringe. He tried to say it was as bad as Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy did?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was trying
that
really
was such
hard.
a bad take. That's like, I mean, we were watching a bunch of content last night. Well, you were watching us.
I know.
Tear into Andy.
I took 2 days off basically, and I was like, I was gonna do an Andy watch too, but you guys got you guys.
Oh, I was mean. Fully admit I was mean.
Oh yeah, you were. So was RJ.
RJ was throwing down some bants. Yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fucking fun. There's just a lot, like, again, the takes were like, I don't like her because she has emotions. It's like, okay.
I think there's people, men, nerds on the internet, just can't handle a movie or a series from a different perspective. They think that's woke. They just can't wrap their head around something that's, because ultimately the majority of nerd entertainment and video games and all this, it's been from the male perspective for so long. So when something is directed in a different way, they just can't handle it. I just ultimately think they can't. They're just so used to their one way, their one worldview of everything. Caters to them.
They're narrow-minded.
Yeah, definitely narrow-minded. It's just I mean, I especially a lady lawyer, an attorney is going to come back with snappy comebacks. That's part of.
They were just upset that she was like, I have my own life experiences, and they're like, well, what about me? It's like, well, it's not about you.
And if any of you know actual male lawyers, they can be so arrogant.
Oh yeah.
Like the lawyer at the beginning said, maybe I should do this. That I'm telling you, my mother has worked in law offices for the majority of her career. I know a lot of male lawyers because of that. Oh my God, definitely could see that happening. It's very plausible, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's every male lawyer, but I should handle this. Very arrogant. I mean, that's part of the.
You remember? It used to be a lot of high profession jobs like that. Even doctors at one point was mostly men. Then became a lot of females. You just can't handle that stuff, man. And they're attacking She-Hulk for what? They're attacking Jennifer Walters for being herself. Who she is.
Well, it's her experience. Who's to say it's cringe? You don't know everyone's life experience. The one scene that I admit that was kind of cringe though was the bathroom scene. Like, maybe that is plausible. I feel that is a little bit of a reach that ladies are going to come in there and like, oh, what happened to you? I don't know. That's the one I'm like, I don't know. What do you think of that scene, Matt?
I got two-faced.
That bathroom scene, was that a little bit
that was a little bit like, that was a little okay, whatever. But it's also meant to be like a sitcom.
Yeah.
So elements of life are exaggerated. That's kind of the whole point of a sitcom.
Sure.
And again, this is a show about a woman Hulk. So, this is not a real person. It's not but that's the thing that cracks me up about it, is just like, it's just ridiculous. It's nonsense. How many people are just losing their minds over it, and they're getting all butt mad over this thing when it's like, there's real problems to get upset about, right? Climate change, inflation, gas prices, home prices, education prices. There's a lot of things to get mad about, but God damn it, if a woman has an opinion on the internet, that just takes the cake, folks. We have to stop what we're doing and fight that instantly.
It's more important.
That's true. That's true, Zeno. In most cases, if you want a lure, you might want the most arrogant one. That really aggressive.
They're always in it for themselves or for the money. That's all.
And we're talking like Gordon Bombay from the beginning of the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Look, we're
I still can't believe that. I still can't believe Emilio Estevez is an anti-vaxxer. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
That's why do you think? Why do you think? From my understanding, why do you think he's not on season 2 of the Mighty Ducks? He quit.
Oh, really?
Mighty Ducks is canceled though.
I like the first season.
No, it's not.
It's not canceled. Season 2's happening.
But Josh Duhamel.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is playing Gordon Bombay.
Josh Duhamel's actually a pretty big guy. I mean, they have Lauren Graham.
They recast Bombay, but they didn't.
No, they didn't.
God,
you're serious, Matt?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not making up. Yeah.
I didn't think they. I thought they would just write him out.
No, Emilio Estevez was just like, I'm not doing it because of the COVID restrictions.
I know that, but I didn't think they would recast him and say this is your new Gordon Bombay.
That's
so
ass.
Yeah. Oh
Damn
boy.
It.
That's not going to last past season 2. I'm not.
Well, they could have brought back like freaking Adam Banks to coach the team or some shit.
No, Conway, Charlie Conway.
They can't bring what's his name, Joshua Jackson. They didn't bring him back in the last season.
Well, but what about Fulton? He was in.
I think he was in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in it
Will Wallace says Sandman dropped a bonus episode. I don't know where thoughts on Netflix using this new strategy. I think they're trying to capitalize on the word of mouth. I think Sandman's getting good word of mouth. Maybe the numbers are going up some, so they wanted to put another one out there. Is my guess.
They have 2 bonus episodes, not just 1, 2.
I've been hearing great things about it. Have you, Matt, Brian?
Sandman? I've been hearing good things. I haven't seen it yet, so
I don't have Netflix, but I'll try.
I was gonna watch. I'm finishing up Paradise PD, and I'm almost done with season 3, and then I'll work on Sandman.
Where's that at?
Netflix.
Paradise PD. What is that?
It's a very, very raunchy animated show.
Okay.
It's from the makers of Brickleberry.
Okay.
Which is a Cartoon Network animated show that was pretty terrible. But like Paradise PD is just, it's ridiculous. And I mean that in like the stupidest way and also in like the funniest way. It's so dumb that but like it makes me shock laugh like at least once an episode. Like there's an episode where one guy is trying to run for mayor and there's a bunch of mutants that live underneath the city and he needs their vote. And they're like, well, the only way you're going to get our vote is if you marry our mother. And it's a dolphin. So he marries the dolphin and then starts having sex with the dolphin.
What?
The dolphin gives birth in another episode, and it's half German Shepherd, half dolphin. But because the guy is African American, he goes, "Oh, my baby looks like me."
Oh no!
And then later on, it's got like it's like he ends up getting the dolphin gets blackmailed with the DNA results. The German Shepherd, for cheating on her husband with the German Shepherd. Who, by the way, is a character. Is a character in the show named Bullet, who's a dog who smokes nothing but crack and does weed and every drug in the evidence locker. Dude, that show is full of incest. That show is full of like just demented, raunchy comedy, and I love it. They just had an episode where this one woman, the mom from Rick and Morty, she's in it, and she plays like this like crazy over the top cop who has like a massive sexual infatuation with the fat guy. And so there's an episode where like he's like she just keeps masturbating to him. And like she ends up getting an engorged clit, but then in order to put out a fire at a Golden Corral, bunch of fat people are there,
What
and it turns
the hell?
on.
I think I'm going to stop you, man. This is getting.
I'm just saying. And then
you describing this is like, okay.
Hold on. So she has they can't get the fire department there. So she's like, only I can save them. So she runs in and she has to viciously masturbate to where she squirts.
No, that's
and puts out the fire. But she ends up losing her clit in the process, and then gets a robotic clit installed. Then later on, that ends up getting taken over by sentient AI. I'm just saying, it is a wild show. And even like at the beginning of season 3, they're like, this season is going to be weird.
Oh, it's got Cedric Yarbo in it. Oh, there we go.
So
okay, this is eerily reminiscent of like an animated version of Reno 911. I'm there.
Well, Cedric Yarborough, who wasn't, he's in the show.
Yeah. Dude, you know what's really funny is my current job. I like work down the street from the Reno Sheriff's Department.
Nice.
I'm like, damn. I see that every day. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Dat Boy. This is on Netflix. It's called Paradise PD. Check it out.
Okay.
It is.
Well, I do want to say to Will Wallace, I think more shows should do bonus episodes. I don't know where get hype going. That'd be cool. Like especially if they have an episode list and there's like an extra episode they didn't know about. That would be awesome. I would love that for more
yeah,
series.
Me too.
But I don't know if that's going to happen.
I might watch it after this.
It's a cool idea. It's a really cool idea to have just like, hey, here's some bonus episodes, and you're like, oh wow, okay, great. Because they don't do that like very often.
Or like if you have like the Thursday night or Thursday She-Hulk, and then everyone's talking about it, and I'll be like, guess what? You could watch another episode Saturday night, and be like, what? I missed the episode of She-Hulk.
They should have definitely had 2 episodes of She-Hulk.
I like that they released one when nothing else is happening right now on Disney Plus. No Star Wars. Get the good views. See what really your viewer engagement is. See if it's. I think it's going to be one of the highest viewed shows on Disney Plus. I really do. I think all this hyperbolic bullshit is nonsense. I think it's going to be one of the highest viewed. I think people are going to like it, especially with the law angle and the female perspective. I think it's going to do better than people think. And I think, look at Sex and the City and all these other shows. There's a big market for ladies that are comfortable talking about sex and stuff. Like all these men clutching their pearls on the internet. What? And, calling her, there's a lot of like, oh, I think Az said she's a whore or something. Like, really?
Oh, because of the Tinder thing. Yeah. It's like, she's not a real person, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I'm like, yeah,
ladies like sex too. Even just because you can't get any doesn't mean that the ladies don't like it. They have this other warped mind view of like, oh, this isn't realistic. Yeah, ladies like to get it too.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a market for content for like that. Like
that's what David Zaslav is doing.
Yeah.
That's what David Zaslav is doing with all this stuff. Discovery is catered to women. HBO is catered to men by their own metrics. That's what they put out there. And I mean, again, like once HBO lost Game of Thrones 3 years ago, they saw a dramatic decrease in male viewership. And that's why I think they're coming back in a really, really, really massive way for House of the Dragon and everything, because they realize it's going to pull in the male demographic again, and that's what they need. And they're going to focus a lot of the other stuff when it comes to the female demographic over there on Discovery until they merge them together.
Reality shows is a gold mine for females.
Well, we have to get through these topics, and I have some other. I know Matt's going to go a lot. Maybe if you could like push it back to 110 or 115, I'll come on the show and I'll get through these topics.
Yeah, well, you can come on. I have a couple things to talk about before I get to the main topic, but let me, I'll show you, if you guys are looking for the show here, I'll show you my thumbnail real quick. This is tonight's topic. We're going to be talking about Gina Carano and how far she has fallen, because this is an actual screenshot from an actual movie coming out in 2 weeks.
Oh, no shit. I thought you were just trolling.
I thought this was like a meme or something.
No.
I thought you were being an asshole.
No.
Wow.
This is legitimately a real screenshot. When I said that's Gina Carano, I am not kidding. Wow. That is Gina Carano getting necked on by a Joe Biden impersonator.
Wow. Listen,
I know.
Make fun of Mo you want. Make fun of Mo you want. I don't
No,
care. Like I'm not going to get triggered like people get triggered out when doing a Trump impression. But that's like that. Why would you want to do that though?
Oh yeah, no. There's Breitbart produced it. That's right. That's right.
It's not Daily Wire.
No, I thought it was Daily Wire, but this one I think Daily Wire might have dropped it because the content is just too it's too stupid.
What a budget!
Even for Ben Shapiro, this is too stupid.
What a budget! $2.75 million.
Daily Wire has some standards.
$2.75 million the budget for this film.
I would listen. I would watch. What's that movie you reviewed? But I mean, like, I was not going to search this out. This is like, okay.
Oh, Terror on the Prairie.
Terror on the Prairie. Yeah.
All aboard the cancel train. Choo choo.
Oh no, I watched Terror on the Prairie. I did. I saw it. It wasn't like it was meh. It was okay. Like some of it was stupid, but yeah, this is one that we covered a while ago on Hollywood After Dark, and then they finally put this out, and this is one of the images that they put out. Obviously, I did a little manipulation just to bring her head to the forefront, but other than that, no, that is legitimately.
I thought you were being an ass.
No, Max. No, I will troll.
Yeah.
I will troll, but this is real. This is real. This is a real image from a real movie. And I'm hoping that in 7 minutes, when my audience shows up, that they'll be like, "Holy crap, this is something that's happening." And again, it's like, yep. They're happy about what's going to be in this.
Well, listen. I don't like any politicians. Trump's no different. He was like being really weird with that swimmer. Did you see that? Like the last few weeks, that swimmer that because there was a trans swimmer and she's speaking out against that. He was trying to give her a kiss and she like stiff-armed him like 3 times. Well, they're giving a speech at some convention or something because he brought her up. She's like, "Oh, the beautiful whatever." She stiff-armed him. You know, old guys can't be creepy.
Are you talking about Joe Biden or talking about Trump?
Trump.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's that swimmer that's speaking out against trans swimmers, winning and competing against. The most vocal woman swimmer. She's pretty young. And he was trying to give her a kiss, and she stiff-armed her like 3 times. She's like, nope. To Trump. I'm just saying they're all creepy. That's all I'm saying. I call them all out for being creepy.
That is definitely a thing. Yeah. But all right, man. Well, I'll let you go so you can finish up your stuff here. I'm going to jump over to mine and prep that out. But yeah, welcome to the party. Welcome to the fucking party.
I cannot believe this is the next thing she did.
God damn. Take it easy.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, take it easy.
Wow. I feel bad for Gina at that point.
Well,
I mean, that's her decision.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad for someone.
She decided to do it. I mean, she didn't have to do that. She had other opportunities.
Don't feel bad for someone who put herself in that situation, man.
Wow.
She knows what
no, it's all good, man.
Yeah. She knew what she was doing.
I literally thought that was a meme. I didn't think that was a real image.
I didn't think it was a meme until
I thought Matt was just being an ass and putting her in it. There's been so many memes of Biden sniffing people that I'm just.
I thought that was fake myself.
I thought it was fake. I totally check her bibliography, filmography actually, and then she's in a movie about Biden's son, so it makes sense.
Okay. All right, let's finish this mailbag and then we have rapid fire topics. CJ, can you do gaming streams at some point? Maybe. Well, tomorrow we're doing Mario Kart. Daniel Martin said, if Snyder versus Restored, will you do a face reveal, Max? No. I keep thinking about doing it, like maybe if I get a milestone on YouTube, but I'm like, I would just it's more fun not to. I might record a video before I get any older with my mask off and save it for private in case anything ever happens to me in the future, just so people could see what I was like when I was younger, and just keep doing the mask thing till I'm old, until I leave this place, leave the earth. Just to have that. So I'm not saying I have a huge fan base or anything, just so you could see me through the ages. might be cool to do one each year, like a 5-second clip. You know how people have done those, and then just release it when I'm gone. Well, you want to know who the masked man of YouTube was? The masked movie man? Here he is. I don't know. It's an idea. All right, so that was that. All right. Oh, here's some interesting. This is kind of bullshit that happened to Amelia Clark.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. I just saw this an hour ago.
TV CEO insults Amelia Clark in front of Game of Thrones fans, and it does not go well. And this isn't just hyperbolic bullshit. No, he says short, dumpy girl. What the fuck? That's how he introduced her. Foxtel CEO Patrick Delaney made the eyebrow-raising remarks before a screening of HBO Max Game of Thrones spin-off series House of Dragon on Tuesday, according to Australian news outlet Crikey. Delaney was describing how he was late to begin watching Game of Thrones, in which Clark portrayed Daenerys Targaryen. I was like, what's with this? What's this show with the short, dumpy girl walking into the fire? This is where, like, what the hell, dude? Like, why would you think that's funny? I'm not going to cancel him or anything, but he's trying to.
Right.
He's trying to promote the show, and he says that in front of an audience or whatever. That's like really cringe. That's not cool. Any thoughts on that? That's just a quick topic that came up recently. And speaking of Amelia Clark, I have another article about her. It's Star Wars. This actually looks really, really cool. I might need to get some Star Wars comics. My wife got the Kylo Ren Knights of Ren Star Wars. I might have to go to my comic shop and just pre-order it so I don't have to pay a lot. Comics, single issue comics are not that expensive if you go pre-order at your local comic shop.
No.
These ones go quick.
But people buy a lot of them. People buy a lot of the comics, weekly. So
but look at this. Look at this cover. That cover's fire.
Yeah.
The Hidden Empire. This is the official Star Wars website and revealed the first look at cover for Star Wars Hidden Empire #1, the beginning of the final act in Charles Soule's trilogy of miniseries starring Kira.
I just had a stupid thought.
What?
Instead of Palpatine, what if she was the main villain of Rise of Skywalker? It gets to manipulates Han Solo's son into becoming Kylo Ren, get revenge on ditching her and stuff.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think of this? Doesn't it look at you like Kira?
Absolutely. I wish we could get some more live action.
Yeah. Well, maybe this is a start of it. They're doing
I hope so.
What's the hell the deal with her and Darth Maul? Like, what's up with that?
I don't know.
I don't read the comic.
I didn't know they were even making a Kira comic. This new story is designed to deliver the big finality of Kira's story. At least this phase of it, she emerged from years of hiding with elaborate, incredible plan to bring down the Sith. In Hidden Empire is this endgame. To tie up loose ends, Phil is bringing all the players back for a story described as tragedy for Kira. In a good way. It brings in players from all over the Star Wars universe, from Darth Vader to Dr. Aphra and the Knights of Ren. Wow. And it will be really satisfying but tragic. As I had a character saying the first issue of Crimson Reign, Kira's story is tragic, but in a good way. That sounds really awesome. I hear lots of people talk about Dr. Aphra, him, Knights of Ren, all that.
Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome. Gonna be great.
All right. So
too bad I don't read comic books.
Yeah,
I want to, but I don't have enough room for them.
Here is a rapid fire topic that might get people interested. Let's see. Ferris Bueller's Day Off spinoff from Cobra Kai creators and Bill Posey and works at Paramount Productions. If they get Matthew Broderick back and be like a series, that could be really cool.
What's the spinoff about?
I would assume it's going to be Matthew Broderick as the father now.
Oh my god,
that's what I would think.
Let's read it. Doesn't it say?
I think it just says that that's who's. I don't think they're saying what it's going to be at the angle that it's going to be about yet. I'm trying to. Yeah, it doesn't really say. But what's your thoughts on that? Some of the production by Cobra Kai might be working on a.
Are they gonna fight? Is there gonna be karate involved? Come on.
No. I think that's great. I would like to see it.
Alone.
Oh, you want to leave it alone?
Cobra Kai is basically wrestling.
Degrassi says it's just the first of the Hughes-verse. Told ya.
The Hughes-verse. Yeah, I think you mentioned it on Twitter. I think I saw you mention it on Twitter.
Look at everyone being negative. Please no. Just wait and see it. You see the trailer and then you'll be sold.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get going to bed. Have a good night.
Oh, thanks, Brian. I'm sorry, man. Enjoy Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, I will.
He was until you had to start the stream.
Yeah, I apologize. All right, thank you, Brian. I appreciate the help tonight.
No problem.
It's getting hot in my house. I need to take something off.
We gotta end it soon, anyways.
Yeah.
It's going live here, so have a good night, y'all. I'm out.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
All right, Sylvester Stallone's ex-wife almost became She-Hulk from Geekosity. Bridget Nielsen, look at that.
Oh,
you remember that?
Red Sonja, right? She's Red Sonja.
Yeah. I used to have kind of a crush on her.
Yeah.
But this is what she looked as She-Hulk.
When was this? Wow.
Roger Corman. Wait. I need to rewatch some of those Roger Corman stuff. I never saw the Punisher and the Captain America. I just watched.
I saw Captain America. I saw the Captain America one. It's not good.
Okay. So that's that. Oh, this is exciting, everyone. I'm really excited for this. I hope they release it physically because I love director's cuts. Spider-Man No Way Home extended version will include 11 minutes of new footage. This just in, Fandango can exclusively reveal that the release of Spider-Man No Way Home will feature 11 minutes of new footage when it arrives to theaters on September 2nd. They're put in theaters. Who knows this is going to come to actually own, though? I want to own it.
I mean, yeah. They'll probably do re-release of DVD, Blu-ray and stuff and digital just to have those extra. And
she also dated Flavor Flav. Yeah, she looked great. Okay. Next quick topic here. National Treasure 3. Jerry Bruckheimer says the script is really good and awaits Cage's approval.
Do it, Cage. Do it.
I gotta rewatch the second one. I don't remember much about the second one.
You think they would get John Voight back? Probably not. The father. It's Disney,
I don't.
right?
I don't know. Cage would also explain in a CQ interview that the string of underperforming movies he made after the second movie cooled off his status a bit. The phone stopped ringing. It was like, what do you mean we're not doing National Treasure 3? It's been 14 years. Why not? Well, Sorcerer's Apprentice didn't work. I actually like Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I did too.
Ghost Rider. I liked Ghost Rider and Drive Angry.
I like the first Ghost Rider. I thought the first Ghost Rider is kind of underrated.
Yeah. So I like some of those old Cage movies, but I understand where his, the profits of the movies he was in were going down.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of
he makes
interesting.
A lot of movies, right?
Days Gone is like a post-apocalyptic zombie type project, and they never made. They did not greenlight a sequel video game, but they might actually adapt it. Days Gone, Sony is adapting the post-apocalyptic game with Outlander's Sam Hugan looking to star. So that's pretty exciting that they might actually make it a show or a movie now.
First Class? Oh, that's not bad, right? First Class.
I got to play that game. I know it's on like your PlayStation Plus collection where you don't have to pay for it. Yeah. But I'm all about these adaptations. Embracer only paid $700 million for Middle Earth rights. The WBD.
Yes, did you hear about that?
Go higher. Oh, that's interesting.
So now this company that just bought the rights to Middle Earth, they can basically create stories for like all the characters in Middle Earth, like Aragorn, Gandalf, if they want to. Like,
Yeah, Bill Barclay. Yeah, I saw John Campea covering that.
That's
I
huge,
just
it's the second time. in the
I
last
don't know
2
how
years.
big Cinema World
It's the
Regal is.
second largest.
Second largest.
Yeah.
I would think that they're going to have to do. I would think that this is going to happen to these big companies after
It's the
the
second
pandemic.
time.
Yeah.
Second time. The first time was in 2020 because
If filing keeps them in business where they can reorganize and keep going, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
If
like
that
I
makes
said.
them, yeah.
Like I said, it's the second time to file for bankruptcy in the last 2 years because 2020, obviously there were no movies for like majority of the year, so they were losing money, like all theaters were, right? And it's just the second time this year. I guess the box office movies, the ones that drew, weren't enough to save that theater chain.
Here's first Spider-2-Verse posters released online. I'm looking forward. I got to rewatch the first one. I think I'm really looking forward to the movie. I'm not a fan of all the different artistic styles though, like this one.
Yeah.
With Spider-Man 2099. Like, I'm not a huge fan of this animation style, but I understand going to different universes, so each animation style is going to be completely different. I get it. I think I'm going to enjoy it, though. But this poster, it's not amazing to me, but I'm really looking forward to the project, and I cannot wait to see Miles Morales in live action. They also own limited run games for now, right? Yeah, which is weird. I didn't know they were up for sale. Like, I just thought it was limited run was its own thing. Here's another Star Wars. This is for CJH.
As if he's still here, he might be sleeping.
Okay.
Oh.
Star Wars might have just revived its Knights of the Old Republic remake. Got to tell CJH.
Yeah, I heard this.
Let me see where Aspire has gone full in to make the best game they can make. When we acquired Aspire, we knew that from the start they would require our assistance. The Saber has tremendous expertise in creating these types of products. We're fully confident the game is going to be fantastic, but it's a massive, massive product, and massive products require a lot of effort and a lot of time to make good, especially when you're talking about a game already old, very old, or basically have to remake the game from scratch. Okay, so it might still be happening. I mean, we have to wait and see. Here is another quick article here. Chris Evans reacts to She-Hulk's. You see how many articles I had ready and everyone leaves?
Oh yeah, I know it. Obviously, we know what this is about.
Chris Evans reacts to She-Hulk's naughty Steve Rogers reveal. Man, do I want to see a scene with She-Hulk and Steve Rogers now? I don't know how it would work. I just don't know because he's old, and I just don't know. I just want to see it now.
How's he still alive? But
No, I don't know how it would work. Maybe in Secret Wars, maybe a different version of Steve. That's how it could work. That's how it's gonna work. She-Hulk is gonna meet Steve in Secret Wars, a different version of him.
And that's Steve's definitely
gonna get it. She's gonna get it.
She's gonna give it to him.
Yeah, she's gonna get it. Absolutely. Look, Chris Evans, She-Hulk. Zipped.
I'm pretty sure.
Now zipped. Jamil. Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure.
I need to make a separate video. She-Hulk's gonna get it. You know.
Are you telling me Are you telling me he did not have sex with Sharon Carter, like those two movies?
I don't know. That's kind of weird, based on that he eventually ended up with Peggy.
But yeah,
that's his granddaughter.
Yeah,
so
no, niece.
No, niece. Oh, okay.
Still pretty weird.
Yeah, and I don't know how to wrap my head around that. I mean,
because
she's legal, of course.
In the comics, I think he does go with Sharon.
In the comic, old man Steve hires Jen as a lawyer to defend him from an old World War II era case. Okay. Yeah. I love that end credit scene where she pretends she's drunk and she's like, Captain America F's. That was
Bruce
pretty
Banner's
funny.
so gullible there.
Even James Gunn is weighing in on the MCU Steve Rogers virginity debate.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I was on Twitter. This got me laughing. Oh my god.
Okay. Gunn pointed out that Meredith Cole was born in the late 50s, early 60s, meaning Rogers couldn't possibly be Star-Lord's grandfather, shutting down recent theories. True, in that case, Laura's character who met Cap in 1943 would be way too young. Meredith Quill was born in the late 50s, early 60s. Another fan later questioned if Haddock's autograph seeker could be Star-Lord's great aunt, in which Gunn jokingly agreed, sure, why not? I don't know.
Oh, I like that picture.
Yeah. All right. Here is everyone ready for House of the Dragons on Sunday?
Oh yeah, man, I'm pumped.
I think we're going to do a watch party for the member stream. I'm not sure. House of the Dragons series premiere review. It feels like Game of Thrones is back and not in a season 8 way either. Let me just skip to the score. See here. 8. Great. House of the Dragons makes it feels like Game of Thrones is back now with extra dragons, and that's a very good thing.
Extra dragons. That's all we care about. Extra dragons. Oh, and Morbius' enemy. Milo.
Yeah. We're getting to the final 2 topics, and then I might head over to
Jarbo. Yeah.
Jarbo. Matt Smith needs a win after Morbius. Yeah.
You think he probably
He doesn't care about Morbius.
No. You think he dances in this show?
Think of what, Aaron?
You think he dances in the show? Remember that Morbius?
Oh, no. Voltaire 325. How do you feel about Martin referring as House of the it as Hot D? I don't know. I don't get it. House of the Dragons. Hot D. I don't know.
That is House of the Dragons. Well, HODT is House of the Dragons.
Yeah.
House. But Martin's calling it HODT because
that's fine with me.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Does that sound like Hot D?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if that's what he means.
I think I know what he's trying to say. Hot
D.
Oh, hot dick. Is that what it means?
Yes! You didn't have to say it.
I don't care.
Aaron's like, what does that mean, hot?
Yeah, I wasn't getting it, but then I realized it. Like, who cares? It's Game of Thrones.
Oh, Jade got that right away. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hot D. Hot D.
I mean, you think there's going to be some for the ladies? There's probably going to be some hot D in this show.
Probably not. They don't have enough of that. I don't know. The 15 best wilderness horror movies ranked. Okay. Evil Dead.
Yeah, that's good.
Antichrist. What?
Never seen
The Ruins. Rituals. Razorback. Never heard of that.
No.
Australian horror movie.
I think I've heard of
The Descent. Yeah.
Yeah, Descent.
Annihilation.
I heard people mix on that movie.
The Witch. I've never seen this, but people keep talking about that. The Thing.
I gotta watch the original was good. Better than the remake.
Ravenous.
The
Hills Have Eyes.
The remake was bad, huh? The
Ritual.
Blair Witch Project.
Never heard of this one. Backcountry. Deliverance. Ooh. All right. Final article. Yes. The Descent is great, which is Smith and Terminator Genesis. Okay, here's the last one. And I don't know if he should be sharing this right now. Honestly. Black Adam. Black Adam spinoff is already getting planned.
Really? Guys, you want
I don't think this means anything, really.
You want Adam Smasher or Cyclone spinoff? Because I don't think those kind of characters are worth spinoffs.
Well, ultimately,
maybe
Black Adam has to make good box office first. So I don't think it's good that he.
Did you hear about the other bullshit he said? He said, "Oh, he's very optimistic that DC and Marvel are going to work together, and MCU and DC are going to work together. He's very optimistic on that." I'm like, no.
I honestly don't think Dwayne knows what the hell's going on.
I don't think so.
I think
don't. You know he likes to hype stuff up, right? He likes to do that. He's a showman, right? Like he's a hype machine. He's from wrestling. He like to do that.
Yeah. In talking with Total Film, Dwayne Johnson claimed that Black Adam's goal is to really expand the universe. We're already thinking ahead in regards to planning spin-off films for certain Black Adam characters. I think you should stop where you're at and see how if it succeeds first. The goal is to really expand the universe, introduce new characters and spin-off, and be really strategic about the plan. This is what everyone in the industry is doing, and only Marvel succeeds. We're going to spin off all our mainline products into spin-off shows. The main line has to be successful first. Don't put the cart before the horse. I mean, I would love to see spin-off shows, but come on.
I don't want to see Adam Smasher or.
Well, I don't know if I want to see it yet. I got to see the movie first. Slow your roll. We have to see successful DC first.
Not just Black Adam, but also Shazam. Like Shazam's pretty pivotal too.
We have a few ideas of what characters people are really going to respond to in Black Adam. And so we're thinking ahead to let's start thinking about the movie and what the movie looks like for them.
Yeah.
In addition to the Johnson is the film's titular anti-hero, Black Adam has also featured the Justice Society of America. I like that. Black Adam producer Hiram Garcia echoed Johnson's comments saying, we want to be able to build out the universe as big as we can and even tease potential crossovers. I think Dwayne really wants to be that man for DC. I just don't think it's plausible. I think he wants his production company to be handling all this shit and all these spinoffs, and that'll be good for him. But ultimately, I think wasn't his production company behind Secret Pets too? Super Pets, wasn't it his? And that wasn't overly successful.
Here's the thing.
I noticed your comment, Marcus.
If DC gets their own studios, are they willing to work with $7 production with The Rock still? Because of his
What are you talking about? This is what you wanted me to notice, Marcus? Imagine Deadpool 3 where they do a parody of Little Osneck's Industry Baby, where Deadpool dances in the shower with men. I don't know if I want to know what's on your mind.
Yeah, Marcus.
I don't know what that's what you wanted me to know. That is what. Yeah, Dr. Fate. Especially with the actor, I love Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, Dr. Fate I could see because Hawkman. Yeah, Hawkman I could definitely see too. You can
not that comment. What comment do you want me to? God damn it, Marcus!
I'm trying to find it.
You could pay a super chat. You could pay a super chat if you really want me to notice.
I'm trying to find it.
I'm gonna have to go back. I don't know what other comment you made. Where?
Yeah,
it's way back here. And the drink is getting to me. I'm gonna have to use the restroom. I can't find it. I don't know. I've given up looking, Marcus. Type it again.
We exposed them. Now I know.
All right. Okay. I think our ambition has always been that this is all a shared universe. While Black Adam Shazam may not be crossing paths, everything exists in a big umbrella of the DC universe. And we want to be able to build out our universe as big as we can. And, with those ambitions, if everything's received the way we hope it will be, we have opportunities to potentially see crossovers in certain points. I just want it to come out and be somewhat successful.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Ben Reilly is in Spider-Verse 2. There's merchandise of it. Okay.
That's true.
All right. I think we're going to call it a night. I appreciate everyone being here. Something with vodka.
Really?
My wife makes the drinks.
Oh.
I got a little bit of a buzz going on, I only could do one drink though. If I do another drink, I will miss the Mario Kart stream tomorrow.
Oh, you'll be having a hangover.
Man, is it hot? And you know what? I got my electric bill because of all the air conditioners on it. It's like $300. So I've been like cooling it on using the AC all the time, and I'm hot. Whoo! It's hot in her.
Wow.
Yes. When you have to pay the bills, that electric bill was way too high. I'm like, we're running air conditioners consistently. It's nighttime. I'll turn it off, but man, is it hot? The heat wave. The dogs are passed out. I just got the ceiling fan.
I'm telling you, this summer overall has been boiling.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everyone, or good morning, or whatever. Thank you for watching.
Take care.